Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigvalo Grim here and welcome to yet another episode of Injustice Mobile News. For those of you new to this series, this is the series where we talk about the arena season that is out there, the challenges that are up, the chests that are in the store, and the offers. And we talk about what is worth your money, your time, and your gems. I do this after every single arena season, but only one day after the new season starts, because usually the challenges and the new chests also get to roll by that time. So with all that being said, if you like this series, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe, like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, comment down below for any questions you might have about Injustice 2 Mobile, and let's get into it. With the disclaimer that I'm going to do this from my secondary account, so the new players can relate more to the content, let's get into it. First of all, we have the challenge for Warrior Queen Wonder Woman, and overall I haven't unlocked her, I have unlocked her on this account, but I haven't unlocked her through raid drops, I think, or something like that. I haven't done her challenge yet. And she is a pretty decent character. She's going to have armor piercing on her special one, which is always good to have, and she's going to have a shield, which is again always good to have. Her passive will be pretty much useless in most scenarios, because the Amazon warrior that will replace your dead teammate is going to be pretty weak, and at the same time this requires one of your teammates to die, so it might be decent in some situations, but overall it's pretty weak. So, should you farm this character? Well, I don't know, because of the fact that on one hand, this character is not a character that is good enough to farm it. But on the other hand, if they are ever going to rework a Wonder Woman character, they are going to rework this Wonder Woman character. And you could farm her in anticipation for that. And on the other hand, while she's not a top-notch character, she's a pretty decent character for a beginner. So considering all those things, it's up to you if you want to farm her. If you do or don't, it's not the end of the world either way. And the other challenge is going to be for Brainiac. Let's get to it. For this one you'll require League of Anarchy character, you require, Batman Ninja characters, and some of people might have asked me if I can do a budget Batman Ninja team to take on Brainiac. And if we go here to the third fight, unfortunately, I have tried with those characters. And yes, Batman Jalor Joker, you can argue it's worth investing in. But if we move on to Batman, I have already got pretty high level gears on him. And I'm still not able to put a dent on Brainiac. Like, I could do this with those three characters. It's definitely possible. But it would require such a huge material investment to the point where it's not worth it. Like, look, Brainiac is a good character if you're pairing him with another legendary, but he's not a must-have character in most scenarios. So if you are able to do all the three stages of this challenge, definitely farm him. He's a good character, but don't go overboard upgrading your weak Batman Ninja characters in order to fight the third one, and just farm the first two of them. Because while I have tried to do so a little bit, I have come to the conclusion that the investment you need to put in those three characters is simply not worth getting a few more shards for Brainiac. So overall, Brainiac will be a great character if he is a support character for a legendary character, but if he is not a support character for another legendary character, then he will be pretty crappy. So with all those things considered, if you're able to farm him, then definitely go ahead. If not, then don't rush towards it, just farm the first two stages. Just don't invest that many resources just to farm him. If you're able to, great. If not, farm as much as you're able to. Now let's move on to the arena character. Moving on to the arena character, I have also managed to unlock him on this account, and he is going to be a pretty balanced character. His passive is going to be very interesting because while blocking you're going to generate some power, so in that way he can act like a power generating support for your team, something like a Power Girl or Dr. Fate, but it's going to be a much weaker version of it and a much more unreliable version of it. His first special attack will give you power drain chance for a number of seconds. The number of seconds will not increase as you level it up. The second one will give you a critical chance boost. The critical chance boost will go up, but not the duration of the buff. And the third one will give you a stun chance. So overall, as you can see, this is a very versatile character and a very fun to play character. But the problem is, while he is good at almost anything, he's not amazing at anything. Like, you can have a lot of fun with this character in arena, you can use his special one in order to power drain phase 4 and raids, but at the end of the day he's going to be unoptimal in every single game mode because he's just so good at everything that he's not perfect at anything. And the second problem that I have with this character is the fact that you don't have his gears anymore in the arena store, so you'll need to get them through raid drops, so that means you can't build him straight away. So if you are a new player, definitely go for this character because he is going to be pretty good for you when you start off the game, but unfortunately you will not be able to get his gears, and on the long run he's not a must-have character, and while he's a very fun to play character, he's not a very useful character to have. So overall, a very interesting character, very fun to play character, very versatile character, but character that at the end of the day you don't really need. And as a new player you'll not be able to use him right off the bat. So it's pretty much up to you if you want to go for him. I will simply go for the gems, and I also like him as a character, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to try and unlock him, I'm going to go also for the gems that are in this season, and that's what I recommend to you all. But if you're really struggling with your time, you can't take a break this season, this is not a must-have character. Now let's move on to the store and special offers and chests section. Okay, so we are in the store. I suspect new chests are going to be added like a few hours after I do this video, but I'm going to talk about some anyway. That thing always happens. I do a video, new chests get added right afterwards. But anyway, we go over the regime chest. The regime chest will have a chance to drop Black Adam and Warrior Queen Wonder Woman. Warrior Queen Wonder Woman is the character that you have seen in the challenge stuff, and as I have said, she is a decent character, not a must-have character. Might get reworked in the future, but don't quote me on that. It's just a pure speculation. And when it comes to Black Adam, he's great. He's a very great character in terms of raids and in terms of arena, but he's going to be available in the arena season, so you need to keep that in mind. So overall, should you go for this chest? Not really, because of the fact that both characters are going to be available through other ways. The Wonder Woman character through the challenge and Black Adam through the arena. And you know, my logic is never spend gems on something that you can get without spending gems. So it is up to you if you want to get this to unlock Black Adam, but if you really want to unlock Black Adam and you suck at arena and you can't, or you're stuck in arena and you can't get to Elite 1 or Elite 4, I suggest you wait for the Wizard chest, because the Wizard chest is also going to contain Shazam, which is another arena character that you might also not be able to get. So even if you are not able to get Elite 1 or Elite 4 in the arena, this is not the chest to get Black Adam from, there's another chest that you can get Black Adam from. Next up we will have the Multiverse Power Up chest. The Multiverse Power Up chest is good in only one single scenario. If you are very close in terms of shards to unlocking one of the multiverse characters. And you can get this to try to get that little bit of additional shards that you need. But overall from this chest, the only worth characters getting from here are going to be Multiverse Armored Supergirl and Multiverse The Flash, because and Multiverse Green Arrow to some extent, and Black Lightning. But all the characters over here are going to be available in other places, and all of them are going to be available through the arena seasons, except for Multiverse Batwoman. She will be available straight into the arena store and in the campaign. So you should definitely keep that in mind. And out of those characters, only Multiverse Armored Supergirl and the Multiverse The Flash are must-have. Multiverse Green Arrow and the Multiverse Black Lightning are also good to have, and also Multiverse Captain Cold is good to have in your roster because of that buff that he gives to all the multiverse characters just by being in your roster. But overall, this is going to be not a great chest to get, especially as a beginner. Might be a good chest to top off a few shards for that you're missing for the multiverse characters, but overall I don't recommend it, and yet again, if you can get it from somewhere else, why spend gems on it? Next up, the Justice League Superman chest I definitely do not recommend, because this does not really give good odds to unlock Justice League Superman. Justice League Superman is going to be unlocked at 200 shards, and you got just a 0.5% chance for that. And if you want to get Justice League Superman, I recommend you try and get him from a Justice League chest. Because he is also there with a higher chance to unlock him, and at the same time you will straight up unlock him, and if you don't get him you still have odds for better characters. So if you're looking to get Justice League Superman, this is not the chest for you, I'm sorry. Next up, we will have the premium chest, and this is a very good premium chest. I definitely recommend it. Flora Poison Ivy is an amazing character, especially for a beginner. She's an amazing character in terms of arena. Not so much in terms of raids, but in terms of arena, she can deal a huge amount of damage because her special 2 will be armor piercing and can't be missed. So if you're a new player looking for new characters to get, this is definitely the chest for you. This is definitely a chest that will give you a great character. Though don't quote me on that. At the end of the day, with every single chest that I do or do not recommend, you can go over here, you can watch the percentages for yourself, and it's all up to you and to your luck. I still recommend this to get as a new player, but you might not still get Flora Poison Ivy because it's all up to luck and it's all a gamble. So if you get bad results, I'm sorry, but it's not my fault. Next up in the special offers, we have 2 bundles for Multiverse Green Arrow and Multiverse The Flash. As I have said, they are both in the arena and I don't see a reason to get them. They are also quite expensive. Still complaining about the prices, I know, but in my opinion they're quite expensive. At the end of the day, it's up to you what you do with your money, but I wouldn't get them with real money because you can get them by other ways. Next up, we'll have some gear packs for them. First of all, the Multiverse Green Arrow gears are going to be available in the arena store, so you have no reason to get them from here. And next up we have gears for Multiverse The Flash. Gear for Multiverse The Flash are going to be available from random drops from raids and from the Multiverse Challenge, though it's not guaranteed. It's yet again up to luck. And over here, by spending around 200 bucks, 20 bucks, excuse me, you can unlock them at level 30. And I don't like this. I don't like this because of the fact that when they sold level 10 gears for a character at $10, it was undesirable but still kind of reasonable. Now they have just completely forgot about getting them to level 10 and selling them for $10, and they're selling them to level 30 for $20. And I don't know, you're reaching the threshold where it's definitely not worth getting this. So while I do need myself gears for Multiverse The Flash and still missing like 2 of them, I will not buy this. Even if I had no gears for him, I would not buy this because the prices are getting ridiculous. $20 is too much, man. Just bring back the level 10 gears for $10 and people might buy it. And next up we have the Azure Artifact Bundle up for 10 bucks. As I have said, the problem with this is the fact that out of all those things, only the low percentage stuff will be good, except for the Amulet of Might. The Amulet of Might is decent, but other than that, everything that has an 18% chance is going to be pretty bad, no matter what character you stick it on, and the good stuff is going to be locked behind the 3% and 1% chances. And my problem with this is like, dude, I'm going to pay real money. I'm going to pay 10 bucks. Just tell me what I'm going to get for 10 bucks. Don't come at me with this random artifact stuff, because I'm not buying it. I know the fact that the artifacts that I want have a very low percentage chances, and I know that I might get frustrated, spend $10, another $10, another $10, and still not get my artifact. Overall, I do not recommend this chest because it's not really worth it, and at the same time, you have very low odds to get the good stuff. Anything else in the offer store? No, nothing new in the offer store, and I guess this was everything for this one. Thank you very much for watching. For any questions about Injustice 2 Mobile, please hit me down in the comments. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe for more content like this, and maybe hit that bell button to get notified for every single upload. And I'll see you in the next one.